All right, let me try and grab now the Daily Nation for you. Just see what is on the front page of the Daily Nation to you, or for you, should say. Just putting my ducks in a row there. But this is the Daily Nation for you, and it's actually following this development on Kalonzo rocks Raila coalition, it says here. Holding. This is Kalonzo rocks Raila coalition is what is on the front page of the Daily Nation this morning. It's all about politics. ODM chief finds himself in a tight spot over rising demands. Azimio storm. YP chief Kalonzo Musyoka has thrown another tantrum, presenting a new headache for ODM leader Raila Odinga. In a letter to the register of political parties, the former VP's party is protesting over the Azimio coalition agreement submitted on April the 9th, alleging it was altered without the consent of all parties with regard to 3 issues, including the selection of a running mate. And this story continues on page 9 of the Daily Nation today. And 20 is the political parties said to be supporting Mr. Odinga's presidential bid under the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition. And we have a bite here from Nick Salat, who's the KANU Secretary General, saying, quote unquote, yes, a letter has been written over some issues in the coalition. We have a meeting of the Secretaries General, and we expect the principals to meet to iron them out soon. That is a storm in Azimio as far as picking the running mate is concerned. Of course, that is looming at the corner, and this was the agreement maybe that was tucked away in that particular document. But right now, there are reports of altering the content of the document, which is raising, of course, scruples with some members of Azimio One Kenya coalition. And it says here, as deadline for picking running mate looms, that is the storm running Kalonzo rocks Raila coalition as deadline for picking running mate looms. TikTok, Mr. Odinga, the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition boss, and his Kenya Kwanza Alliance rival Deputy President William Ruto have 2 weeks to name their running mates. Their choices have huge implications of their presidential bids, further piling pressure on the 2 leading contenders who are juggling diverse interests within their respective teams. More interests in both camps have escalated the scramble for the position whose holder automatically becomes the deputy president should their candidate win. Who will they pick? That is a probing question, and that story is well tucked away for you on page 4 and 5 of the Daily Nation this morning. KCP stars land schools of choice amid Form 1 selection protest is a sidebar there, and you can see here a standalone picture, or a related one for that matter. This is all about education, where it's all smile for the top candidate. It's disappointment for thousands of parents and learners who have been placed in schools that don't meet their expectations. You can follow that story on the back page of the Daily Nation today. East Africa's brought about a mess. Read all about it in the Healthy Nation. And let's just see also on top here what the teaser is holding for us. Holding oil marketers under probe. You can follow the story inside the Daily Nation. This is how it looks. Let's see what we have on the front page of the People Daily. And this is what you're waking up to. The front page of the People Daily is listing or headlining the front page of is headlining the story of Nanyuki High as the most chosen school, national school for that matter. Nanyuki tops as most liked high school, it says here. Nanyuki tops as most liked high school. Changing tide. Oops, something went wrong there. Let me try and get it out for you again. All right, something went wrong. Well, let me just come back to the studio. I'll show you. But in the meantime, I just want to hear from Dan Mazo. Dan Mazo can tell us more on what is happening in Azimio. Also, we have Rigathi Gachagua, who has joined us this morning. Let's just hear from them. Dan Mazo, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I've seen the headline of the Daily Nation. I just want to come to you, and then you tell us more about it as well.
Yes.
Let's hear from you.
Yes, you know, there is a letter of protest to the Registrar of Political Parties, or the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties.
Yes.
And this has been signed by quite a number of Secretary Generals in the Azimio Oka coalition. The main idea is, you know, ordinarily when you sign a legal document, you sign it at every page. Have you read and understood it well? So that if there are changes in future, you can be able to see that whether you signed or you initialed. And there seemed to be a change of a document which had earlier on been agreed by the coalition partners, mainly the council. And this is a three-legged stool of one, the Honorable Raila Odinga, the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, and the Honorable the President of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta. Those are the main pillars. And if it's under the Honorable Raila Odinga and affiliate parties of ODM, and then, you know, OCA, coalition is Wiper and its affiliate parties. And then you have Jubilee and its affiliate parties. And all these parties have their secretary generals, and is what forms the coalition. Azimio, One Kenya Alliance Coalition. So when a document is altered, and you know there was a deadline for the presentation of a coalition agreement, that has been met. But further documents are yet to be filed, this particular protest is to make sure that everything is in order, and the agreement is very important. It's a point of reference in future. So we want to be clear in Azimio One Kenya Alliance that everything is in order and every party is happy and satisfied. And I think this is what is happening currently. That protest is going to reach the registrar of political parties, and then she will arbitrate the matter, or she will confirm whether the documentation is proper.
But truly, don't you think now you are speaking from both sides of your mouth when you say everything is dandy and proper in Azimio, but still you're raising, you know, hesitation as far as the content of this particular document is concerned? First of all, who do you think changed this particular content of this of the agreement? Was there a meeting at State House, as other members of Azimio are claiming? And were you in any way shoehorned to sign agreements in State House that you were not privy to? Because most of you, especially Governor Mutua, Alfred Mutua, has claimed that, you know, they were given documents hurriedly to sign that they were not privy to. And that was not just him, but also the governor of Makueni, Kivuda Kibwana as well, you county.
Yes.
So what is really happening, and who is this who's making sure that you're not privy to this particular content of this document?
Ordinarily, before you sign a document, you must read it. You must understand it, and you must know the implications.
Which you didn't do.
The original document is done with the council, and I've said the council consists of the president, the Honorable Raila Odinga, and the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka. The moment whatever they have agreed was sealed, any other document or meeting introduced later must refer back to those three. And if it has not referred back to those three, then obviously that particular document needs to be checked again, and it's most probably null and void.
So are you privy to this document that has been altered? And what has been altered? How do you know it has been altered? Do you have a copy?
You remember, this is the principle was of a three-legged stool, and the main principles in that particular coalition is Honorable Raila Odinga, Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, and the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka. So unless those three meet again, then any other text produced, like a letter you saw, produced after a different meeting, it can only be valid when the top three parties meet. And that's what they had agreed earlier, and you cannot change whatever they had agreed earlier unless the three of them meet again. So the problem with the second document, which is seeking to alter the original position, did not have the blessings of the three top leaders of the coalition.
Are we also maybe in a position to know what was the earlier posture of that particular document? What was constituted there? What was the agreement that you think has been changed?
Well, the original position is that it's a three-legged stool based on those three main political parties: ODM, Jubilee, ODM and affiliate parties, Jubilee and affiliate parties, Wiper and its coalition or affiliate parties. That's the basic structure. So the moment you change the basic structure and pretend that you have a four-legged stool, the traditional stool is only three-legged. It would never be four-legged.
Right, but now when you talk about the three-legged and the four-legged, that is a bit of a allegory for us, and euphemism. We want to know what is the content. That is a basic structure of the agreement, or this is confidential?
Well, I'm just saying you cannot alter any document without reference to the Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta.
All right, I think you're being cagey.
Honorable Raila Odinga.
You're being cagey. We'll come back to you. Let me just hear from Rigathi Gachagua this morning. Rigathi, good to have you. Good morning.
Morning, Juba.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. Again, you're in Siberia. We have, as you know, they always put it, that side of the studio is the Siberia side of the studio.
Yeah.
So, because Aaron Cheriot and Dan Mazo, the beauty to the punch, to be here in the studio with me as well. But nonetheless, thank you for joining us. I really do appreciate that. Is just on a lighter note. But you've been following this development as well. Just tell us more on what you were seeing happening in Azimio La Umoja. Good morning.
Thank you, Diba. I think my friend, the Honorable Manzo, is not being straightforward. You know, the problem in Azimio and the participation of Kalonzo Musyoka and the three governors is a problem because there is a trust deficit. You know, even as Kalonzo Musyoka reluctantly joined Azimio, he was crying about trust deficit, saying that the former Prime Minister cannot be trusted, and he needed the President Uhuru Kenyatta to be the guarantor, to be his guarantor in the deal. You know what is happening is that the former Prime Minister was using the